Well, howdy folks, welcome back to Tech Session Saturday. That's right, it's the day once again where we Volkswagen owners in the Pensacola Bay Area get together to work on each other's shit. That's right, we absolutely love our Volkswagens, and once a month we get together as a free courtesy to all of our members or non-members or anybody that's interested in just hanging out with a bunch of Volkswagen people to join us at Don's local garage and see what we've got to work on. It's not specifically a tech video that you're going to be watching here, but I get to talk with some people and see some of the things that they've got, and maybe I'll dip my head in there for a tip or two for a little bit of maintenance or some type of adjustment or repair. Anyways, as always, I am the Duckman. Yep. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Please give me that thumbs up, and we'll be back right after the intro. Don's place, I very often get asked, hey Duckman, how do I join a tech session? The best way is to visit up rareairvw.com, look for our Facebook link. Once you hit up Facebook, you can find our events page, and all of our events are usually spelled out there several months in advance. To get here, you look for the tech session Beetle that's up there on the sign, and simply just turn in and drive around the back. And let's see who's here today. Got a decent turnout. Not a huge turnout. Looks like a decent turnout, but you know, still early. A lot can change. Let's park up and out of the way here. Everybody can get themselves out. It's usually pretty free for all. Good morning, everybody.
Hey, good morning there.
Hi.
Hi.
You got a mirror.
A mirror?
Yeah. We're making all kinds of progress.
Yeah. Don, you order pizza yet?
Yes. I ordered you a chicken and pineapple pizza just for you.
I'm just getting on Don's ass, actually.
I ordered a chicken and pineapple just for you.
You are a chicken and pineapple.
But I did order one of them with jalapenos on it.
Oops.
I like that combination.
Oh, no. Well, okay, chicken and pineapple maybe, but don't put it on a pizza. Chicken, okay.
Chicken, okay. Pineapple.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't like fruit and meat.
Howie calls that a Howie
like,
Maui pizza.
Oh, boy.
Howie Maui.
I call it a ruined pizza.
It's there in the front, but it's never touched the ground. They said never put it on the ground. Even in whatever situation, just consider it not there.
There you go, a little sexist remark here. No women and children in the work area. And authorized personnel only in ILFT area. There you go.
Don't worry about the money.
I don't know.
You ain't gonna sell this car?
No, I plan on.
I'll buy it.
Really?
Yeah.
12.
I got 12 bucks. I'll give you a 20.
No.
I think that's fair.
No,
I'm giving you more than you asked.
I get too sentimental with them. I can't.
20 bucks?
It was so hard, even with my 71. I was like,
Oh, you had another one before?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
71, and it brought me. I was just sobbing whenever I had to get rid of it.
Oh.
I'm too sentimental with it.
All right.
I think that
Right.
the commands have a choice of looking at the
Over here we've got Stacey Brown working on his nice, beautiful orange Volkswagen thing.
He's on crack.
Yeah, he's on crack, or crack is on him. How you doing today?
Pretty good. How are you today?
Good. What you tearing up?
I can't get any fire out of number 4.
Number 4?
I mean, no, number 2, number 1.
Number 1.
And I'm trying to get the plug out of it, but it's a pain in the butt because it's way back in the back.
Last time I had fire on my number 1, I had to take a pill for that.
Yeah, well, I've done that too. 2 o'clock in the morning for number 2 is terrible. But I can't get the spark plug out.
Yeah, that's always a pain in the ass to get behind those things.
Well, with dual carburetors, it's terrible.
Yeah, it's even worse. I feel for you.
The easiest thing to do is take the carburetor off, because I put the plugs and everything in and put all the wires and all that stuff on before I ever put the carburetor on. That's the easiest way to do it.
I've never seen anybody do it to a thing, but some people cut a hatch open underneath the rear wheel area so you can attack the carburetor adjustments and spark plugs from just taking your wheel off.
Jeffrey and I have talked about cutting this out here, like
up on that side. Yeah,
cut
yeah.
a notch in there.
Right.
That way you could drop the whole thing down and leave the carburetors on it.
Go right through there.
Yeah.
Or even make your adjustments on your carburetors with a long screwdriver. Yeah, everything's available right there.
You mean come in from the side?
Yeah, coming in from the side.
Yeah. No, what we talked about, like right here, you can cut out the piece here.
Yeah.
So that you can take the cleaner and everything off, and you can still just let the whole thing down.
Yeah, all the room's right there.
Yeah, because
absolutely.
Right now, the way it is, you've got to pull the carburetors off of it to take the engine out.
Yeah, it's just a pain in the ass, right?
It's a major ordeal to do that.
That's even better than making carb clearance so you could just insert it that way.
Yeah, yeah.
That's always been the problem. You run it on a test stand, runs great, you put it back in the car, and everything changes because it's been removed, and you got to retune it all.
It does it every time.
Yep.
There's something just never wants to work the way it's supposed to when you go back to get it. Now, what I do with my...
One of the lucky things I have about a Type 3 is I have that large engine compartment. Thank you. And it just goes right in.
No matter how big.
That's it. And because the engine's so flat, you just got to roll it up on some wheel ramps, and the engine goes right underneath it.
Well, we've got this down to science as far as taking it in and out. Put it up on 4 jack stands.
Yep.
Pull the carburetors off. Roll a motorcycle jack up underneath it.
That's it.
And
down she goes.
Down scope she goes. Yep. And it's so simple to take it out that it's really.
That's not metric.
I know. I don't think it's.
May not be a metric.
It may not be.
All right, well, I'm going to leave you to it. Holler if you need anything.
All right, appreciate it.
You betcha.
You have a good day and a better tomorrow.
We'll be here with you. We're going to have pizza in a little bit.
Okay.
How's it going, Jeff?
Not good.
Not good. What happened?
Well, Todd and I replaced the turn signal switch. But before that, something's causing the breakers. The only turn signal that works is the right rear. And when you pull the emergency flasher switch, pops the breaker.
Oh.
And I just put in, when Todd thought it might be the switch, because he said everything is wired up right like it should be, so I just replaced the switch, pulled the switch, and popped the breaker. So we got a short somewhere.
Yeah, those 4-way switches are complex. For those of you that have never wired a Volkswagen before, there's so many wires that goes on the back of them. Because it's not just, it doesn't just close a switch like this. It actually opens up a bunch of other wires and things at the same time as it closes. So it's way overly complex. And that was just the logic that was required to make it work. Really, the easy way to do it, Volkswagen didn't think of it, but it would have been a turn signal, just flip it in either direction, up or down, and then pull a 4-way switch so that way it turns on the opposite side. That would have been an easy way to do it, but they didn't design it that way.
So? I gotta figure out, I've checked all the grounds and everything. All the lights work, headlights, tail lights, brake lights, everything works. And the right rear turn signal. Nothing else.
Did you check the wiring coming off of the switch? The turn signal switch.
Yeah, that was all. Todd wired that in.
If for some reason they're touching together or something, you could end up with some weird stuff.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah. Especially since they have them little delicate connectors and stuff on them.
Yep.
That might be where the problem lies, or maybe they're grounding out against a steering column. I mean, stranger things have happened. Well, I'm going to leave you to it.
Hey, let me ask you a question.
Yeah, go ahead. Ask away.
You know the grommet down in here?
Yes.
That is a ground, right? I mean, that keeps it from... if that grommet wasn't there, could the column actually ground out against the firewall?
I think it's grounded out through the bolts, actually, where the steering column bolts in, yeah. So the grommet is just to stop vibration and, water leakage kind of thing.
Is there supposed to be like a gasket or anything in between this plate and the firewall?
No.
Nothing.
No, nothing goes in there. Yeah, it goes straight in. Or paint on paint, but yeah.
Because I did notice that every now and then when I turn the steering wheel to the right, the horn, it beeps the horn.
That's very common. Sometimes that's from the wire inside of the steering column having been shaved down a little bit.
I checked the wire. I put it up on the rack the other day. Checked the wire coming all the way through the column down to where it's grounded, and everything. There's no bare wire. It's not hitting on anything.
It's underneath the steering wheel where your connection is under there, because you got a little
little ring.
You got a little piece of metal that slides against that copper.
Yeah, it's copper ring.
What if it's
if it touches it?
That little copper contact is out of.
Yeah, but that's just the horn.
What it'll do is it'll touch it as it goes by.
Yeah, it'll swipe it.
And that's just the horn, though. I don't think that would have anything to do with why these lights are popping breakers.
Well, you said your horn was blowing.
Just every now, it's intermittent. Every now and then, it'll do it. When I turn right, you'll get a boop. You know, it'll beep.
Yeah, it's a very common problem to happen on an old Volkswagen too. I had one where you pull the high beams on and the horn would beep too.
Yeah.
It was just. It was really obnoxious.
Pull this off, pull that switch back.
Yeah, pull the wheel off and have a look.
Check
make
the
sure
wires, make sure the plugs are okay.
Yep, make sure you mark the wheel in the column so you put it back on the exact spot.
Yeah.
That's always been trouble for me. I always forget.
Yeah, all I do is I just keep it like it is here, and then.
That helps, but if it does move at all for any reason, it's nice to have a mark. Just hammer and a chisel, just doink.
Yep.
How do you open the door to this car?
Well, all right.
So I just don't understand. See, right rear turn signal flash. Is it on right now?
Yes, it is.
And the right front's not.
Well, then maybe the problem lies up in here somewhere, even.
On the left. Now, when I hit the left, it just flashes super fast. So I'm wondering.
Put on the left. It's not flashing at all.
In here it is.
Yeah, but not out here.
No.
That could indicate a short.
Really?
No, short. Because how the little
yeah, that's why
how it works is it works by heat. The little points close, it heats up, and then they release, and then it goes back down when it cools down again, and it does that. So if it's a dead short, it'll real crazy.
I tried a new turn signal relay before, and I put the old one back in, and it pretty much doing the same thing. So I don't think it's the relay. There's definitely a short somewhere.
Yeah, it is.
It has to be because
probably
it's popping a breaker when I pull this.
I would check in the turn signal switch area, because if you know the four-way is right, it's probably around the turn signal switch area. That's where it look. If you don't pull the wheel off, that's probably the smartest thing to do.
While I was up in Tennessee a year ago, I had this switch, but nothing. It was never hooked up. So Todd, while I was gone, put it in, hooked it up, everything up like it was supposed to be, and everything was working fine.
Everything's working. Yeah, you probably just got a short somewhere, and the fact that you say your horn's beeping too, I mean, it would be worth looking in there.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and pull up.
Yeah. All right, we'll come back to you in a little bit.
Thanks, man.
And of course, shout out for electrical help. I'm really good with that department.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and pull that out and check the plugs on that on the switch itself. Those little tiny. Make sure nothing's crossed up or.
Hey Jeff. Flat sucks. There it is.
Flat sucks.
Oh yeah, doesn't it?
Doesn't look like a boomerang anymore.
Here we've got Vocho wagons with his crooked rod.
Hell yeah, that's how we do it.
Hey boy, how'd your rod get so crooked?
Elbow grease.
That's not the rod I was talking about.
Oh. the other rod. There's kids right here, Mr.
Tortillas.
Look at that. Way better.
Nope. No.
This is to make tortillas. This is how you extend that.
Okay, you gotta have a high spot in the middle.
Yeah. What do you know about tortillas?
Yeah, I don't know anything about tortillas. I gotta get you to speak some German next.
German. Da.
That's Russian.
No, oh, ja, yeah.
No, it's not ja either.
Nine.
It's ya.
Ja.
Ja.
Da is perfect.
I like that. Ja. That was funny. Ja. You got an accent.
Oh, yeah. It's a German accent. It's from downtown Berlin. Look at that.
Almost there.
Look at that.
Almost there.
Maybe it's a table.
Yeah, it's a table. You guys didn't get to see how bad it was before, but he tacoed that thing.
God. It was like a
Taco.
literally like a boomerang. Like a boomerang.
Nice shit. There's wire brushes in here.
Wire brushes? I don't honestly know.
There was one over there, right in front of by the Mountain Dew. Yeah.
Win. There it is. Need help? Alright, I'm coming to help. I'll be right there. Meanwhile, I want to look at this boomerang.
I want to say hi to all my fans.
Yep.
And all B McQueen's fans. They want to come to my channel too. Please.
Speaking of which, your video where you were showing your cans in the thumbnail went viral last week.
Which one?
The one
Oh, yes!
you remember that?
Yeah, come to my channel, guys!
Everybody was like, oh, she's so hot. And I'm like, I don't know what to say. I'm like, are they serious? Yeah, it went viral this week. I think it has 250,000 views on it or something.
Yeah,
like went way up. Went way up. I think I made about $100.
I need to do my... Well, I better get $20 out of it.
There you go. All right, let me go see what Jeff is breaking.
That pizza, I'm getting hungry.
Well, it turns out I was right, because once I got in here and I flipped the turn signal with the wheel off, we got turn signal working, we got turn signal working, turn signal on this side was also working when we flip in the other direction. Ta-da! Hey, working. And as one added bonus, the other thing that was not working was the 4-ways. It would blow a fuse, and guess what? No longer blowing fuses. So the problem lies up in here. This area here sometimes can ground out on the steering wheel and do some weird things if this isn't screwed in right. He did find one screw that seems to be either stripped out or broken. This one right here, we're going to try to run some Teflon tape on it, see if we can get it to snug up at all, but that might be a reason that it's got a little bit of a goofy issue. Washing their hands after bending boomerangs.
$20 more. There you go.
Don't eat too many tortillas, you don't paint this shit.
I had 2 burritos last night.
From Miguel's or from where?
From home.
Oh, you made them?
Yeah, German ones. The sauerkraut and bratwurst in them.
They were das good.
They were das Scheiße.
Das Scheiße. Is that what you get
They're
after?
Scheiße, probably, yeah.
Das poop.
Yeah, you get the Faten und Stinken.
Und stinken. Und
stinken Faten.
Man, my German is so good.
Faten und Stinken und Stinken und Faten. Don over there hitting on the young girls again. Geez, Don, leave some for us.
I'm wearing mini shorts next time. So I can get the tour off.
Did you?
That was a fun little ride.
Yeah, I bet it was. How'd it go?
It went great. It runs. That car runs so good.
Does it?
What car is he driving? More tire leak.
He wasn't.
Hey, Don. Oh, wait a minute. You got any spark plugs? Yeah. I need one. Okay. Okay. Oh, you found some?
Spark plugs.
If it's got spark plugs. Somebody got fingernails to open this, please. I got a knife. Well,
That's not a knife. This is a knife.
My fingernails off.
Still running on 3 cylinders over there. Cylinder number 1 doesn't want to fire. They pull the spark plug wire off on it. You can see it's sparking, but it won't actually fire. I have my opinions. I think spark plug that went back into there, I think it might have gotten closed up, maybe accidentally dropped, maybe banged it against the cylinder head as it was going in, just enough to make that gap close, which is why it's not firing, or there's a problem with the valves on cylinder number 1. We tried switching everything else out, flopping wires, switching distributor caps. Seems that nothing makes a difference here, but we're going to continue hammering away at it. But I think it's either in the spark plug gap or in those valves, so we'll see what happens. We got Wild Bill over there digging into it now, and we'll give you an update when we've got that one figured out. But otherwise, we got turn signal switches figured out over here. Turned out the turn signal switch box behind the steering wheel was loose due to it missing a screw and one of the screws being stripped out. It's funny how that makes a difference. Once the thing hits up against that steering wheel, it does all kinds of weird stuff. But it's good now.
I'll double check.
What you got there, Bill?
Screw the sample.
All right, what's going on over here?
Yeah, I don't know whether it's going to run or not, but I'm going to take this bitch home and see whether this drill will run or not.
Old guys rule.
Old guys rule.
Old guys drool?
Drool and rule.
All right. Is that how you rule?
I rule by drooling.
You're the best droolers.
Drool by rule.
That's it.
He's from Drewsville,
If you can't keep it in your mouth, put it in the pants, right?
There it is.
Still wrong. Runs on 3 cylinders. Hear it?
I'm gonna run it and see how it does.
Do a wheelie.
Huh?
Do a wheelie.
Yeah.
Well, another not too overly busy day here at Tech Session. Got to meet some couple people I'd never met before. Got a couple vehicles worked on, a couple things fixed. Nothing again that was too big of a deal. So it was a nice, relaxing day. Got to eat some pizza. It was it's fun as always. Like I said, if you're interested in visiting our tech session, hit up rareairvw.com, look for the Facebook link, and then hit up the events page. Anyways, as always, you guys, licky, likey, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment down below and pluck the dingle belly so that way you get updates every time I upload a video. Thanks again, and we'll see you probably, maybe Wednesday if we get a tech video up over on DuckmanCycles VW Garage. Thanks for watching. Take care.